Candidate is back. Thank you.
Thank you. Candidate is back. Can I also confirm that everyone from the waiting room was let in? Live stream is on. Can I have the recording also on? Can I have the recording and then? Thank you so much. So now that everyone is here, can I have the results shown on the screen and the speaking list removed? Okay, so the results can be seen on the screen, and the General Assembly decided to reopen the election for Chairperson of External Relations. We would like to thank Mr. Niranjan Ganesh Kumar for his application and would encourage him to stay engaged within the Federation in the future as well. Niranjan, if you want to say something, address the General Assembly, feel free to do so. If not, I will move on. Thank you.
Thank you all for the opportunity. Hopefully, maybe I can try it again next time.
Thank you so much, Niranjan. So yeah, I think the speakers list is clear. There should not be IPF Portugal on the speakers list right now. And I would just like to pass the chair to Isaac for a brief, if that's okay, Isaac. Or is IPF, is this a new point or no, right? Okay, Isaac, can I pass you the chair for quick?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay, thank you so much.
All right, so we're gonna have the next, can we please have the next motion displayed? Okay, so the next election is supposed to be for the Chairperson of Internal Relations. Unfortunately, we did not receive any nominations for this position. So we will go on to the next election, please. Okay, so the next election is for the Chairperson of Media and Publications, and we received nominations from Mr. Mauricio Abel Miranda Chaveria and Ms. Jotsana Pokara, in that order. So can I get confirmation that we have both candidates in the room? Mauricio and Joseph? Can I get confirmation that we have the candidates in the room?
Yes, Isaac, I'm here.
Hi, Joseph. Mauricio?
Yes, I prepare a team for these elections.
Thank you, Mauricio. Fantastic. So I will open the floor for discussion. I see a new comment from Asafa Algeria. You have the floor, please.
Thank you, Isaac. Actually, I dropped because it's not related to this motion. I thought that I think that IPF Portugal had a new point before, so I thought maybe we could listen to this point before moving to the motion, but I think it's too late now. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Unfortunately, we can't take that motion because we can't take that discussion because there's already a motion open for discussion. So we have another new comment from FJC PPHA, the Philippines. You have the floor.
Bill, FJCPPHA Philippines. So thank you both for your applications. So one of the main channels that the chairperson of media and publications uses the website. So I would just like to ask, can you discuss your competencies, prior experience, or capabilities in designing the website and maintaining the image of IPSF? Thank you.
Thank you very much, FJC PPHA the Philippines. So we'll be taking the answers according to how we received the nomination forms, and we'll rotate them with every other question. So Mauricio, you go first.
Okay, and thank you for your question, Bill. My experience for designs and different websites is very good. I experience with the designs for the different programs for Elementor, Wix, and is that too important and use. And I designs in the different. I have experience for social networks and for example YouTube and Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And I have another 3 years experience and for the different social networks and use. And I have a very more abilities, knowledge, skills for management of the different controls. Thank you.
All right, thank you. I think Yelena is back now, so I'll hand over chairing the session to Yelena.
Thank you, Isaac. Can I just confirm? So Mauricio was answering the question. So the next would be the second candidate, right? Or where do we stand?
Yes.
Yes, so Josu is going next.
Okay. Okay, I hope I don't butcher the name. Jotsu, you can go next with answering the question.
Yeah, thank you so much for your question. My journey in website management started in 2016. So like it was when I learned about WordPress and other website management system. And then I also created a website for my own home association, right? And then I also helped to design the website for GPPED, which is one of the event of IPSF A-Pro. And then on 2019, I became the social media subcommittee, and my major work was related to website management. And then right now I'm the regional media and publication officer, and I'm managing the website itself right now. And then my journey as like regarding the designing, I think it started around 2018. Before that, I didn't know about designing. I think I was quick to learn designing, and I feel like it's good, but yeah, I think I still need to get like improving. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Jotsu, for your answer. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Okay, thank you so much. Next, we have FGC PPHA Philippines. Please take the floor.
Yelena, that was the question answered.
Oh, okay, sorry, sorry. Then we have PPSA Poland.
Yeah, I'm PPSA Poland. Thank you guys for your applications. Our question is also in regards to a website. Could you elaborate more on specific steps in how to improve a website, and what would be your strategy? Thank you.
Thank you, PPSA. Now we would start with Jotsu for the answer.
Yeah, thank you so much for your question. I think right now the website really has like bugs. So starting with debugging the whole website, I think that is what I want to do first. And then like I think we still need to improve the SEO, search engine optimization. So like using meta data, and then CPR rate. And then I also plan to conduct a blogging competition among our members, so that when they mention our website in their blog, then I think that it would help to improve the search engine optimization of our website. Yeah, thank you so much.
Okay, next we have Mauricio.
Thank you for your question. I think that IPSF website have had established problems. Therefore, my proposal is work with ET Millionaires, with the last chairperson Milano publication, and committees and coordinators is creating a project where the IPSF websites are giving a management, maintenance, and continuous improvement through the terms of office, in which it's necessary to resolve the various bugs and others as the race. This is a word mentioning that I would also like to create a cybersecurity protocol, since today cybercrime is one of the biggest problems faced by many organizations. There be ideal and necessary to create a well-defined protocol with case arrest. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Next we have on the list IPSA Lebanon.
Rana, IPSF Lebanon, thank you for giving me the floor. First of all, thank you to the candidates for submitting their applications. They both show great intuitiveness and creativeness, so that's great. I have a question regarding accessibility. Do you plan on making IPSF social media and website more accessible for individuals with visual impairment or other disabilities? Thank you.
Okay, thank you, IPSA Lebanon. We will start with Mauricio first.
Okay, I have an idea for projects about more interactions for the different community for IPSF. I have projects with great different infographics, audio and videos, audiovisual contents for the different participate. And other projects is create quizzes for Instagram and other social networks to more interact for this IPSF community. And I like more the ideas for increased participation for the different peoples, and I like and the people's more interact for the different social networks for the media and publication, create a different projects, a different content, audiovisual contents, and different image.
Sorry, Mauricio, the time is up. I have to stop you. Please, Jotsu, go ahead.
Yeah, can I get a clarification? Did you mean like by how we can improve the audio visual, or did you say that audio and like visual impaired person?
Could you clarify, IPSA?
Yes, of course. I just meant accessibility in general for individuals who have vision problems as well as any other disabilities. Does that make sense?
Yeah, thank you so much for your question. Actually, I was planning to like do a branding, like update the branding of the website overall. I really didn't thought about it previous hand, but I think like in order to increase the accessibility to all the people, I think like along with the audio, we can add the subtitles so that the people can see what it is there in the what do I say, like in the video. And then for the like visual impaired person, I think like we can also add the sound in the posters, or I mean the GIF or video itself. Yeah, I think that would be easier. Yeah, and regarding the accessibility, right, I think like I was thinking of using the paid promotion for the Instagram so that it would also be promoted to our non-members, and like it would also help the internal committee chairperson, internal relation chairperson to like invite and attract more non-members to apply for our membership. Yeah, thank you so much. I hope it answers your question.
Okay, thank you, Jotsu. Time's up. Next we have Kepsa Kenya. Please take the floor.
Tiffany Obaik of Kenya. Thank you for giving me the floor. Thank you to the applicants for having the courage to apply for this position. And my question to both is, what plans do you have to engage member associations first in their own IPSF media presence as their social media platforms and media content? And then what plan do you have to engage them in IPSF related social media? I hope my question is clear. Thank you.
Okay, we will start with Jotsu.
Okay, thank you so much for your question. Actually, I was thinking of like different kinds of projects. First one is we will be creating a branding video, and then we will also train the media and publication team of local association in order to like incorporate and like get knowledge to add the subtitles in their local language. And then the second one is regionalizing culture project, where the member association will create a video in collaboration with the RMPO, so that it would also like help to promote the the culture and different special things in each association. And then yeah, I think that's it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Next we have Mauricio.
Thank you for your question. Yeah, and I think increase a more interaction for the news organization members. I think promotion for the different projects for IPSF, for example, such program, promotion for the different professional development competence, and promotion the news projects for the next and competence. For example, and I have a very important project for pharmafluencer competitions and other projects. We communicate with the different participate for organization or members organizations. And I think that more publication, more interact for and create a share the information for the different websites and for email and communicate with. Thank you.
Thank you, Mauricio. Next we have IFFO Portugal. Please take the floor.
Mafalda, IFFO Portugal. First of all, I'd like to thank both of the candidates. You both seem very qualified and experienced. But our question is regarding the number of publications that IPSF has, such as magazines or newsletters. And we want to ask if you plan to increase or reduce the number of publications per mandate and why. Thank you.
Thank you, IFFO Portugal. We will start with Mauricio.
Sorry, and do you repeat, please, your question?
Okay, IFFO, could you repeat your question a bit louder?
Yeah, sure. Sorry. Our question is regarding the number of publications that the IPSF has, such as newsletters and magazines, and we wanted to know if you plan to increase or reduce this number and why. Thank you.
Okay, and for about the publications, and my proposal is very more quality and more interaction for the different community for IPSF. And I think it is important increase interaction for communication for the our community. I think that create a different projects and communicate with others members of ETSCO, increase different ideas, different strategies, and communicate with more important for media publication committee and coordinators for create a more.
Sorry, Mauricio, I have to stop you here. And next we have Jotsu.
Hello, thank you for your question. Actually, I was planning to add the yearbook. The objective of adding a yearbook is that first one, it would increase the engagement among the members, because people would be very happy to see like their own work in like any of the IPSF's publication and so on. And then the second objective is to like help the people develop reflective skills. And then the third one would be like it would also act as a feedback for the next coming mandate, like on where they can improve, and then the feedback for ourselves as well. And then the fourth one is like it would also help us, I mean, to embrace everyone who has contributed to the federation. I think that's why I want to add the yearbook and continue the other publications that is in the IPSF. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Next, we have APEF Portugal. Please take the floor.
Peter from IPSF Portugal. Firstly, thank you for your application. My question is, the current chairperson of Media and Publication recommends in her annual report to continue successful projects of this mandate, such as IPSF Stronger Together, IPSF Media and Publication Team Training, and IPSF TV. So what are your plans to guarantee that these projects keep growing? Thank you.
Okay, thank you. We will start with Jotsu.
Thank you so much for your question. In regards to IPSF Stronger Together, I think like adding some incentives for such as a recommendation or whoever which CP shares the and participates in IPSF Stronger Together. I think that can be one of the criteria for setting the best CTP reward and or best association reward. And then the second one was IPSF TV. In order to sustain the IPSF TV, I was thinking maybe we can create a poll on the Instagram so that the member associations and different members, whoever is interested to watch it, they can express their views so that they would get the content that they wish to see. And yeah, and what was the third one? Yeah.
APEF, could you clarify the last part?
IPSF TV, if I'm not mistaken.
I already told about IPSF TV, third one.
So it would be Media and Publication Team Training.
Oh yeah, sorry, so much. Sorry. Yeah, for the media and publication team training, actually, I think I was thinking of giving the training at the start of the mandate, because right now it was given at the nearly at the end. So when we give the training at the start of the mandate, I think it would help the subcommittee members to less struggle on their work. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jotsu. Now, Mauricio, please take the floor.
Thank you for your question, Pedro. And I think it is indispensable and fundamental in continuous the project with Amiria create, for example, IPSF TV and training for different committees. I think my committees and team EXCO and continuous work the projects and other I have explained with my projects with for RMPO for Paro, for example, from a French competition, from a news Paro, Discover with Study, and is the projects I create in this mandate, and I will continue to management and development the projects with the media publication chairperson, and I think thank you.
Thank you so much, Mauricio. Next, we have on the list ASEPA Algeria.
Thank you, Elena. Kenza from ASEPA Algeria. Thank you to the candidate for their applications. Objectively, how would you describe the actual interactions on the IPSF social networks, and what are these projects and of great management that you will implement to improve these interactions? Thank you.
Okay, we have Mauricio first.
And do you repeat, please? Sorry, and I sound very few.
Okay, Asepa, please repeat the question.
Okay, so how would you describe the interactions in the IPSF social networks, and what are the projects that you are planning to implement for a better interaction? Thank you.
Okay, and thank you for your question. And the interactions for IPSF, for the global IPSF, in my opinion, is good for the moments, but in the all publication is not good. The publication have a publication and a very few interaction. Other publications have very more interactions, and I think in my projects for the RMPO of Paro continues and create a more projects about interaction, for example, in quizzes and infographics, more promotion in the different projects for set program, promotions for public health, portfolio, and pharmacy education portfolio, audiovisual contents. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we have Jotsu.
Thank you so much for your question. I think the interaction is really good, but in compared to the number of members that IPSF has, I think the interactions and it still needs to be improved because we have a lot of members. However, in compared to the number of members that we don't have that much of interactions. So the first thing that I would want to do is like conduct competitions, like video competitions, local competitions, and singing competitions, so that it would also increase the engagement as well as provide the opportunity for the members to show their creativity. The second one was the promotional, like paid promotion for Instagram in order to reach other members. And then the third one is the monthly quiz for 10 months, so that like the people would participate in the monthly quiz, which will be shared on the Instagram. And then like after the 10 month, whoever has like highest participation and highest number of correct answers, the top 3 member will be selected as elite quizzers. So like in that way, I am planning to increase the engagement among the members. And then lastly, the most important one is the quality of the content.
Sorry, Jotsu, I have to interrupt you here. The time is out. We have a direct from Asepa, and I would kindly ask all official delegates when asking the questions to please slow down and be clear when speaking. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Elena. So thank you to the candidates for their answers. So I have actually a direct concerning the interactions. So do you think that the type of publication, has an influence on these interactions? Is it the way it is presented, or is it the subject of the publication? Thank you.
Okay, we will start with Jotsu.
Actually, I feel like it might be because of like the online tiredness among the members right now. So maybe like we can introduce different new kinds of projects which are entirely new for them. For example, Soul Hackathon disbanded. There was a lot of participants, and then like it was entirely new project for our members. I think introducing new project and new way of promotion would be really helpful to increase the engagement. And also I think the active participation of CPs as well, because CPs are the bridge among our members and ourselves. So I think like CPs can really play a great role in increasing the engagement. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you. Next we have Mauricio.
Thank you for your question and for the type for influence difference and publication. I think is IPSF will increase interact quality, more management and development the publications, for create a more participations for the different members organizations, communication with and Team Exco and the different and the different community IPSF. I think it's very important continues to work in the different projects and release and makes more projects about audiovisual contents, about quizzes and others projects with. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Next on the list, we have KMP3, the Netherlands.
Franka, KMP3 Netherlands. Thank you both for your applications. Both of you participated in a LIT competition. So we are wondering, what are the specific leader qualities that you have developed during those trainings that you're going to use as a chairperson of media and publications? Thank you.
Thank you, KMP3. And we start with Mauricio.
Okay, you can repeat, please, the question.
Okay, KMP3, please slow down and repeat the question. Thank you.
Both of you participated in an LIT competition, and we are wondering, what are the specific leader qualities that you have developed during those trainings and that you are going to use as a chairperson? Thank you.
Thank you. Mauricio, you can go ahead.
Thank you. I believe that this position represents a great responsibility for many things. And for example, the numbers of committees and coordinators that must be worked on, okay? And I participate and graduate for IPSF Lead 2020 and PARS Lead 2021 in the events. I can obtain more abilities, skills, knowledge for to be a better person by working as a team, leadership and management and great mandates at the chairperson of media and publication. I increase my emotional intelligence. I increase my more assertive communication for the different committees and coordinators for PARO. And it's very interesting your question, and I am experienced with this. Thank you.
Thank you, Mauricio. And we have Jotsu next.
Okay, thank you so much for your question. The qualities that I learned in LIT was, the first one was time management, of course. The second one was team management. I learned how to manage the team well. And then the third one was like knowing our team members and like how to handle each of them, because each individual is different. And according to their personality type, how we can help them and provide them with an environment to grow. And then the second one, like the fourth one was in like regional, in emotional intelligence. And also like participating in LIT, it also helped me develop a skill where I can work well under pressure, because I had my exam during LIT and I also had to prepare proposal for the finals. So that helped me to realize that I can really work under pressure. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you, Jotsu. We have direct by BPHD Germany.
BPHD Germany, Max. Since both of you mentioned that you attended LIT and that you especially learned a lot about leadership and team management there, I wanted to ask you guys, what are the 5 phases of a team while it's built? So I think the best way for you would be to answer it consecutively. So like one does the first phase and then you finish into the 5th, if the question is allowed, of course. Thank you.
Okay, Jotsu, could you answer the question first?
Can you clarify the question again?
Yeah, BPHD, go ahead.
The question is, what are the 5 phases of team building?
Okay, thank you so much for your question. The first one is forming. All 5 by me, is it?
Yeah, he wanted to have
wait,
all 5.
Can I interrupt?
Okay.
I think it would be the fairest if they answer each one of the phases? Because if the first person says them, then the other one might remember them. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, that's not quite according to procedure. And it has not even an even number because it's 5. So yeah, I will allow Mauricio, if you know, to answer any other phase, maybe the second one, and then I will stop the question. So the first phase was forming. Mauricio, do you want to answer the second phase?
Okay. I don't know exactly for the 5 phases for team building, but I think and the difference, I think that a construction building for a big team is for initial to very more communicate with assertive communicate with this day for to start and in the initial start to communicate with members and greetings and always greetings for the members, and we have we communicate very well, and is my opinion.
Okay, thank you, Maurice. We will go back to the new points. We have IPSF Austria.
Annika, IPSF Austria. Thank you very much for your applications. This position is very time consuming and stressful. How does your next year, apart from IPSF, look like? Do you think you'll have the possibility to be available most of the time? Thank you.
Okay, we will start with Mauricio.
Thank you for your question. Yes, and the position is very stressed, is very have a more time, but I have I distribution very good my time is I learning and distribution my time for IPSF global lead and parts lead, and is no easy for the start, but if you have work very few work, and in the future you have a very more time for you believe, okay. But in your question, I direct I very good distribution my time. I very good in distribution the different works, different objectives and managements. It's okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mauricio. Jotsu, please go next.
Thank you so much for your question. So recently I completed my license examination, so I don't have any exam for me. The second one is like I have a 10 to 5 job. I am working as market planning officer. So like it really coincides with what I'm like, if I become the chairperson of media and publication, I think it really coincides with what I will do. And then the third one is like, apart from that, I think I can at least like I can at least separate like 9 to 10 hours every day for IPSF, like if needed. Yeah. Thank you so much. Because I don't have any other plan except my full-time job and IPSF at the moment. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Next, we have my PSA Malaysia. Please take the floor.
Thank you so much, Azrina from IPSA Malaysia. Thank you for all the effort you've put into your nominations. Since the MNP portfolio requires a lot of manpower and conflicts may arise, can you outline your problem-solving experiences when managing a large group of people? Thank you.
Okay, we will start with Jotsu.
Okay, thank you so much for your question. Actually, I'm also working right now. I'm working as RMPO and I have like 41 members in my team. So the first one can be like members can feel a little lost at times, especially like when you only work and there is no communication. Like how do I say? Like there is no interaction among the like team member from the different portfolio. Then they might feel like, yeah. I think in order to solve that, I was planning to have some like recreational meetings so that it would help the members and the team members to bond with themselves, and they would also still feel like they are working there. And another is providing the democratic work environment and get like taking their opinions so that they would not feel burdened and like how do I say, they will not feel burdened and they can equally reflect and share what they want to do, so that this would be the combined effort of everyone and everyone would be the MNP, not just me. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you, Jotsu. Next we have Mauricio.
Thank you for the question. Very excellent question. And I am think is very more problems with organization, very more peoples in the different language, cultures, and others. Okay, and I think have leadership and have emotional intelligence and have different experience and skills for use very use different communications with peoples with the temperatures for the different peoples have. And I think is very important if you transparency and you in your work and for the different teammates call and others and committees. Thank you.
Thank you, Mauricio. Next we have IPSF Peru.
Okay, thank you. First, Peru, I want to say congratulations for both of you for applying for this position. My question is, I have seen your nomination form and I noticed that you have made many projects in your region. So I want to know which of these was the most challenging project and how you affront this.
Sorry, IPSF, the question needs to be addressed to both candidates.
Yeah.
Yeah, but okay, thank you. Because you're using up. Okay, good. So we will start with Mauricio, I think. I'm sorry if I put the order. Yes, Mauricio. Thank you.
Thank you for your question, Hugo. Just for the challenge for the projects regional is no easy, and I hard work a different project. For example, and Paro News Data and is the I create with my subcommittees and the best Paro News Data in the history, but contain a different articles and documents. Others projects and I create for my position is pharma friendly competitions and is the big project for the different participants in interregional project. Pharma News Paro is a interesting project with scientific articles and Discovery with Study is a big project audiovisual content for scientific information and quality designs. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Jotsu, you can go.
Thank you so much. Among my projects, I think the most like difficult and time consuming for me was the Hunger Hunt game. It was a game that I created for the IPSF 2021 in order to promote them on our website. So the first thing was like our website really had a lot of problem this mandate, the IPSF's website, right? Then second one was like I had to learn a lot in order to create the game. At last, like it really like did I mean, it was good, but yeah, I had to learn a lot. I think it was really a rewarding experience, but yeah, I had to learn a lot. And then the second one was translation. As we know, regarding the translation, we are not fully proficient of each and every language in our region. So for that, we really have to depend on our subcommittee members and trust them entirely. So yeah, like handling 14 different translation in 13 languages, and then like entirely depending on our team members. I think, yeah, it was quite challenging for me. Yeah, thank you so much. But at the end, right, like trusting our team members.
Thank you, Jotsu. Your time is up. Okay, so the technical was dropped. Next, we have on the list Asapa Algeria. Please take the floor.
Thank you, Dua Asipa Algeria. So thank you guys for the quality of your applications. We can definitely tell that both of you are eligible for the position. So in order for us to choose, we would like to ask you this question. So why do you think you'd be the most suitable for the position? Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Asapa. We'll start with Jotsu.
Thank you so much for your question. The first thing is that I'm creative. I really think I am. And then the second one is I'm an empathetic leader. So I really make sure that I listen to each and every member of my team and then try to resolve the conflict within my team. And then the third one is that like I am really persistent and really passionate about the media and publication portfolio. I'm even working in the media and publication like portfolio. We can say that, right? In the one of the pharmaceutical company. Yeah, I think that's why I think I'm suitable. And about my problem solving skill as well. Like I think like my sixth sense really work a lot during like if there is any conflict, I really find solution to resolve them. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Next we have Mauricio.
Thank you for the question. Yes, I believe with myself. With my strengths, I am very hardworking. With a person, I am very creative and artist for creating a different projects, management and development projects, goals, protocols. And as I have done in my position as RMPO, addition to a great assertive communication with working groups, committees, and CPs through emails, IPSF family, and others social networks. I also contain emotional intelligence, leadership, as its excellence in adverse situation during its mandate, how to manage the different project and stability of the team. Thank you for the question.
Thank you so much. And next we have on the list PPSA Poland.
Jana, PPSA Poland. So being a chairperson of media and publication is not only about working in a media portfolio, it's most importantly contributing to work within EXCO and collaborating with other chairpersons. So how do you envision your role within EXCO, especially when it comes to giving inputs and potential external representations? Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Mauricio, we would start with you.
Okay, and you can repeat, please. Sorry. You can repeat the question.
Okay. PPSA, please repeat again.
Okay, how do you envision your role within EXCO, especially when it comes to giving inputs and potential external representation? Is it clear now?
Okay, Mauricio, go ahead.
Thank you for the question. Yeah, is one of my goals for give IPSF and greater, more visibly in the world for interact and create a more interconnections and unions for the EXCO, for the allies organizations, for example, EPSA, IMSA is very important and to communicate, to assertively communicate with different members organizations, Team EBSCO, committees, coordinators, and I think is the very good communication is increased more visibility in the world for IPSF. I think is my opinion for this. Thank you.
Thank you, Mauricio. Jotsu, you can go next.
Okay, thank you so much for your question. So regarding this, the first one would be the internal communication with the EXCO, especially for the projects, right? So for the projects, I was planning to create a group with our coordinators so that there would be communication, like smooth communication and transparent communication regarding the project, and also establish a Google Sheet where all the projects will be reported. The second one would be, about the external, different kinds of like branding update, right? So this mandate I was planning to do branding update, and then the external collaboration, media collaboration with the partners in order to support the external portfolio. And then the fourth one was especially right now also in our regional office, we work like similarly. So yeah, I think I do have experience regarding it. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much. Next on the list, we have NAPSA Australia. Please take the floor.
Flynn, NAPSA Australia. Dealing with the designs in IPSF Global, it will be tricky and sometimes require good strategies, timeline, and flexibility. Do you have any strategies to ensure we have smooth running for publications with good timeline? Thank you.
Thank you. We'll start with Jatsu.
Thank you so much for your question, Flynn. I think the first one would be establishing the social media publication schedule, so that we can distribute each and every projects equally, and then the time frame in order to create the project, right? And another thing would be finding out and posting the materials in the peak time period where there would be peak engagement among our members. Yeah, I think that's it for me.
Thank you. We will move to Mauricio.
Thank you for your question. Yes, and the different social networks, for example, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, have different programs to program the different social networks in the exact time do you have and do you wish publish. I think for complete this goal is a very communication with the different committees and coordinations, public in the programming, public in the different programs for publications and for calendars, and for example, Facebook business, and you program the publications. And very important, you have more time for this position for the different publications in the social networks. Thank you.
Thank you. Next on the list, we have FGC PPHA Philippines.
Okay, so Paul Daryl Omeneses, FGC PPHA Philippines. Thank you so much for your application. So my question is, as a previous member of Public Health Committee and Policy Committee, there can be and has been difficulties in communicating internally with the media and publications team. My question is, what are your effective strategies in communicating effectively with different portfolios and committees in IPSF throughout the mandate? Thank you so much.
Thank you. Now we will start with Mauricio first.
Thank you for your question, Paul. And I think the fits are the difficult communications, and I have different strategies for more integral communications. And in my mandate for RMPO, I have different difficult communications for the different committees have done participations or no actually interacts. But I think create a very more checklist, meetings, and for more interact for the different committees, create internal competitions for the different committees and coordinators to more better effective transparency and working and others and goals to increase more participation, more working, and thank you.
Thank you, Mauricio. Next, we have Jotsu.
Thank you so much for your question. I believe that if there is any problem, there must be a reason for the problem. So I think I would ask my team member if they have any problem and try to solve them myself. And then the second one is like overseeing the project myself. So like I would see the timeline and then follow up on the members of my team on the updates, like when they are doing it or any revisions that they might require, and so on. And then another is the checklist, which will be shared with each and every one of them. And then the fourth one is like if there is any like collaborative project, right? So regarding considering the time zone differences, I think I would group the members who have like similar time zone in one group and then ask them to prepare the project materials. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Next on the list, we have ASEPA Algeria.
Thank you, Elena. Kenza Shaflawi from ASEPA Algeria. So we know that, how would I say, there are some times where there is unresponsiveness from, for example, from members, etc. So how would you deal with, unresponsiveness and inactivity from members? Thank you.
Okay, first we have Jotsu.
Thank you so much for your question. So especially for the unresponsiveness, I think I try to ask them and try to contact them through myself first. If not, then through the CPs. If like they are they are unresponsive for a long period of time without informing like about their problem, I think maybe how do I say maybe like releasing from like them from their role. Because I think we need a good work environment. If confrontation and like supporting them does not work, I think that's the ultimate thing for me. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And Mauricio, you can go.
Thank you for your question. I think I have a problems in the time for my mandate. Okay. And I think the fall for response different committees have a resolve more interact, more consensus for the different committees, and sometimes hard bad days, bad weekends, have no emotionals, stable emotionals. But I think I try to communicate with training committee to use and to practice training my committees for more use and practice the bad situations in the mandate for probably possible. Okay, I think.
Thank you so much. I don't see any new points, new comments, or directs on the speakers list. Therefore, I will close the floor for discussion and we will move to closed discussion. And yes, just give us a moment to prepare the breakout rooms for the candidates and to go to closed discussion.